Hello, this is State Senator Jeff Stone with my weekly Capitol Update. As the Senate begins its summer recess, I'd like to take this time to recap my first 7 months here in Sacramento. It's been a whirlwind in the state capitol, and I've gained a tremendous amount of respect for the Senate, the staff members, and others who work both here and across the state of California for the benefit of our people. The learning curve has been sharp. In short order, I've had to become an expert on fracking, on electronic cigarettes, on employment laws, water policy, the criminal justice system, healthcare reform, and everything in between. I've worked with legislators on both sides of the aisle to find common ground where possible. I've also stood in opposition to bills that hurt working families, seniors, the disabled community, and legislation that continues to drive jobs out of California. I've also heard from many of you and want you to know that I'm listening to what you have to say. Please continue to contact my office by phone, email, and follow me on Facebook and Twitter. On the legislative side, this week I submitted legislation to require so-called sanctuary cities to follow federal immigration laws. This bill came about after Kate Steinle, a 32-year-old woman, was needlessly murdered earlier this week while walking along a popular tourist spot in San Francisco with her father. Had San Francisco sheriff done his job, Kate's murder might have been prevented. She was shot in cold blood, allegedly by a convicted felon in this country illegally, who had already been deported 5 times. The federal authorities wanted to take custody of him prior to his release, but San Francisco's sheriff let him out of jail without contacting federal officials. When we return from our summer recess, my bill will be eligible to be heard and voted on. Other legislation, including my Right to Try bill that will give terminally ill patients a chance to live by trying experimental drugs, my bill to protect victims of stalking and domestic violence, and my legislation to speed up vote counting in Riverside County and other large counties are all continuing to move through the legislative process. Each of these bills has wide bipartisan support, and I'm hoping to get them to the governor's desk this fall. Some legislation, like my bill to require the Metropolitan Water District to keep their promise to create jobs and recreational programs when they built Diamond Valley Lake, and my bill to reduce the 6-figure salaries paid to some state commission members, many as political favors to former legislators, have become 2-year bills. That means they will come back up for discussion next year, and I'm hopeful that we can build enough support over the next several months to get them to the governor's desk. On another note, we have finally drawn the attention of the governor and the legislature to what is happening at the Salton Sea. Meaningful steps are finally being taken to save and restore this important resource. The summer recess gives me a chance to spend quality time with the people in the 28th District. I'll be spending much of my time meeting with constituents and groups across Riverside County, listening to their concerns and hearing ideas about potential legislation for next year. It's truly an honor to represent you, and I'm looking forward to returning to Sacramento in August to roll up my sleeves and get back to work fighting for the hardworking people of California. Thank you again for the opportunity to allow me to serve you here in the state capitol.